Have you ever been scammed before? Because I went on Binance and I got scammed. I lost $3,000 and it took me 4 months to recover that. Well, this is my Binance scam story. If you're interested, keep watching. So 2021 was the year where I thought I could key into cryptocurrency and make some extra cash like every other person online these days. NFTs were out, crypto, Binance was booming. So I decided to key into Binance cryptocurrency. I had some Bitcoin in my account and I thought about selling it. So I decided to convert my Bitcoin to USDT and sell the USDT on Binance P2P trading platform. So as long as you have a registered account with Binance, you can sell, right? So I had Bitcoin. I wanted to get it in Canadian dollar cash. So I converted it to USDT and sold it to get Canadian dollars because I live in Canada. Hi, my name is Tinuola and welcome to the channel if you're new here. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for tuning in again. On this fateful day, I got a notification from Binance saying a buyer wants to purchase the exact amount of USDT that I wanted to sell, which was 3,000 Canadian dollars. After receiving an email notification that the buyer was interested in purchasing my USDT, I also received a text message on Binance from the buyer asking for my email address so that he can send me the balance through e-transfer, which e-transfer is a certified payment method on Binance. So I gave him my email address, and usually email transfers take up to 30 minutes before they can reflect in your bank account. So when I received the money transfer on my bank account, I released the USDT to this buyer. So how it works on Binance is if a potential buyer shows interest in buying an amount of USDT from you, Binance will automatically freeze that amount up until when the transaction is completed. So when I confirmed I had received payment, I released the USDT to this buyer and I marked the transaction as completed. Everything went well. Binance showed that the transaction was complete. The customer had no complaints, and that was it. I sold my USDT. 10 days after, I was trying to access my bank account, and I discovered that my bank account was frozen. I use a popular bank account here in Canada. To give you guys an idea, it's a bank account that just rebranded and changed their logo. Not going to call names. Anyway, they froze my account and I started to call asking what happened. And then they told me I sold an item to a customer and the customer called them back to say they never received the item, that I scammed them. And then I was like, how is that possible? Let me know what's going on. On further conversations with the bank representatives over the phone, I had to even go to the bank. I discovered that it was this person I sold USDT to that claimed that he never received the USDT and I took his money. Obviously, that wasn't true. I had documents to prove that that wasn't true. Luckily on Binance, those transactions are safe and secured, so you can always reference them. So what I did was I told the bank, this is a scam, this is a lie, this person is just trying to get money back from the bank because the bank said they were going to take out the money from my account. Actually, they froze the money in my account. They froze my account totally and they said they were going to return the money back to him. So I asked the bank, did he give you a proof? But they couldn't answer that question. They said, well, if he claims that you scammed him, we have to first investigate what happened and we have to freeze the amounts, restrict your account transactions and all of that. So I was like, you know what do you need from me to show you that this is a scam right here? And they told me to give them documents showing our transaction history. I did that. I went ahead, I printed out everything. I showed them. Also, I contacted Binance support team to confirm from them again, just so that the bank can see that I'm not lying. To confirm from them if the USDT was actually released to this guy or not. And they confirmed that it was released. So my dears, I submitted my documents to the bank, and they told me their security department was going to investigate what was going on. Obviously, with investigations like that, it takes a period of time. It took them 2 weeks to get back to me. I kept on calling, just trying to find out what was going on, because once again, my account was frozen. I couldn't do anything with my bank. So at the end of the 2 weeks, I was hoping that all this would be resolved, and obviously I have the right documents. Everything should be fine. But here's what happened. The bank representative I spoke to from the fraud department told me my account was going to be canceled. I defrauded someone. The bank doesn't want to have anything to do with me or my business. That the money, I should forget it. They are not going to pay me the $3,000. I only have access to the rest of the money I have in my bank account. And it was just a horrible conversation, because this particular representative that I spoke with was extremely arrogant and condescending, and also prejudiced in how he was talking to me. So I was quite confused at this point. I'm like, why is that the case? Did he give you any document to show that I scammed him? Why would you take word of mouth over actual facts, like real documents right here that shows that this is lie? And the representative I spoke to was like, well, just forget it. There's nothing you can do. And then I told him, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to involve the police, because clearly someone is trying to scam me and you guys are aiding him. So he was like, oh, yeah, go ahead if you want to involve the police. The police is not going to help you anyway. The police is not going to help you anyway. What are they going to do? That was when I knew I was the real big shit. Like, this wasn't happening. I couldn't figure out, I couldn't understand what was going on. But then the funny thing about this was that I saw that the bank was quite inconsistent in the information they were passing across to me, because the first time I spoke to a representative about my account, they mentioned that, oh, this guy claimed that I did not send him the item he bought. And then I also solicited for $29,000. And I'm like, how is that possible? Everything in our conversation, our transaction is here in documents. How did I solicit $29,000 from someone? I don't know. I don't have his personal contact. The only contact I had with him is here in paper. And you guys decided not to look at that. You still believe him. That representative said that in the beginning of this whole issue. And another representative I spoke to from the fraud department claimed that, oh, it was just the $3,000 he said, that I did not give him the product. And then another representative I spoke to was totally confused on the entire issue. You know, so there were a lot of inconsistency with my bank. And then I kept on asking, did he give you a document to show that I scammed him? Did he give you the proof to show that I solicited $29,000? Did he give you the proof that I did not release this crypto to him? The bank couldn't answer. They could not answer. But they decided to still go ahead to cancel my account and to take my money. So I knew I wasn't going to back down, because one, I am the victim here. Two, this is my money we're talking about, my hard-earned money. I am not a fraud, and I would not want the bank to tag me as one and let the real fraud walk free. So I decided to contact the police department. I made a report at the police station, and it took a while for them to respond to me. When they eventually responded to me, they told me I have to go through the investigative department in the bank. I explained what was going on, but they were like, they needed more information from the bank. So I went back to the bank And then I filed a report with the bank. So I went through the bank's ombudsman. So if you guys don't know how it works, like if you have an issue with the bank, you can go through the bank's ombudsman before you get to, let's say, the government ombudsman. So I went through the bank's ombudsman. They also took a lot of time to respond, to take up the case. I kept on explaining the case to them. They were quite disorganized. I speak to a representative today. I explain things to her. Next week, there's no follow-up. The next time I get a follow-up, it's me calling them again and again. And by the time I get a follow-up, the person is totally confused. I have to explain the case to her all over again. So there was so much disconnect, disorderliness, inconsistency with the bank. And that was extremely frustrating. But at the end of the day, I kept on pushing because I knew that I was in the right. So I kept on pushing that this wasn't going to happen to me. So eventually I got a representative from the bank's client care that handled the case. And I kept on following up with her. They had to go through another investigation. Definitely not with the previous guy that did the investigation, because that guy, he had no idea what he was doing. So they had to go through the investigation again. And then I went through the documents with them. I asked them if they had any proof, any evidence from the accuser. And literally, they were like, oh, they should have something. Like, they were not even sure. Like, they couldn't tell me, oh, this is the evidence he has against you. Whereas me, on the other hand, I have all these evidences. After going through my evidence over and over again, with the client care, the bank's client care, they decided, okay, what do you want? We can see what's going on. And it seems the guy too is a victim. So they were like, oh, maybe someone hacked into the guy's account to make the transaction because the guy said he didn't do it. Me, I know that's impossible, because for someone to hack into your account on Binance, the person is going to have your phone password if your phone has a password. The person is going to have your Google authentication authenticator on your phone. The person is going to be able to access so many things, your email address, your bank, to be able to transfer money from your bank to my bank. So what's the chance? There was very little chance that this was someone else doing this to the guy. So I told the bank representative, I'm like, I know you guys are trying to protect him and you're trying to, I don't know why that's the case, but it doesn't make much sense that someone will be this vulnerable with his information and someone else will just be able to hack into his account and miraculously do all of that. For what? Anyway, after long debates, after long fights with the bank, hours of phone calls, submitting documents here and there, I even had to contact Binance again during the second investigation, and I told them what was going on, and Binance confirmed that this guy actually received the USDT and must have called his bank a few days after to cancel the transaction, and then he claimed that he didn't receive it. So this was clearly someone trying to scam me, trying to scam the bank, trying to get back free money, even after receiving the USDT. So at the end of the day, when the bank saw that I was relentless, I told them clearly, if you guys are being biased here, I have all these documents, I have all these evidences, I have a case here. If you guys are going to continue to be biased, I'm ready to take this to the ombudsman, to the government ombudsman, to keep pushing this case, even if I have to take it to court, because this is clear scam here. And I don't know how you guys are blind towards that. So at the end of the day, they resolved everything. They confirmed that, yes, I did not scam him. They refunded my money back to me, but I disconnected from the bank. And that was it. That was my one time trying to make money from Binance that eventually ended up almost in tears. But I'm glad that I was able to get back my money. And that was it. I didn't even bother to go back to Binance to do further transactions, because this literally took me about 3 months to 4 months to end everything. The bank kept on postponing. Representatives on my case, they were going on vacation, on holidays. You know, it was during summer period. It was extremely frustrating, but this is my story. This is what I went through, trying to make money from Binance to just sell my Bitcoin and make some money. And yeah, I fell into a scam, and I'm glad I was able to pull through. I just want to say, be careful out there. This whole world of cryptocurrency, NFT, all this fast money moving around, stocks market, know what you're doing. Be careful. Make sure your transactions are safe and secure. And yeah, I'm wishing you guys all the best in your money making endeavors. That'll be all for today's video. I hope you found this video insightful. Maybe not. Let me know in the comment box below if you have had such experience before, or a similar experience with Binance, with the bank. Let me know what you think down in the comment box below. Let's make it interactive, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.